Hello everyone, welcome back to Below Par with myself, Joe Lovery. So I have another new addition to the bag. Those of you that have watched this channel frequently will have seen that I've just bought a new putter. And when I was filming my bag video, I was speaking about something else coming in the form of the woods. And here it is. So what I've bought is an 0211 PXG 5 wood. Now, those of you that follow the brand PXG will know that recently these clubs have come down significantly in price, certainly the 0211 range. I know now this club at retail costing less than £200, so when these were new, they're a lot more expensive. And I thought, well, it's a brand that I like, it's a brand which clubs I've used before, and something that I've always enjoyed using, and I thought I have a gap in my golf bag. I have a 3-wood that goes too far, it's too close to my driver. I just have a new 2-iron that isn't quite filling the gap. So I thought, well, why not try a 5-wood? So let's get into the video. I'm going to explain why I've gone for this one in particular and the specs I have, then we'll hit some shots, get some data, and see, is it actually any good, and is it as much of a bargain as what it first sounded? Can we also just appreciate the head cover and how that's going to match in my bag? That's a nice touch. So there it is then. That is the 5-wood. That is the 0211 5-wood, 18 degrees, spec'd with the hazardous yellow 6.5, which is the extra stiff, in the 70 gram. Now, interesting with this shaft, I have got it lengthened to 3-wood length, only because again, I'm used to that 3-wood, and I kind of didn't want it just to go a lot shorter. I kind of wanted a bit more control with it. So I'm hoping this extra loft going up to 18 degrees will do so. Counterbalance Hazardous shaft, first time I've ever used a Hazardous yellow. I've got Hazardous red at the moment in my 3-wood, and just thought, do you know what, it's worth a try. It's an interesting shaft for that counterbalancing. Just see how it feels. So let's just see then, does it go as well as what it looks? Actually looking at the thing, I mean, certainly in this sort of sun today, it looks unbelievable in this kind of matte black finish, couple of glossy bits in there as well. It is a really naughty looking golf club. So let's get into it. Let's hit a few shots. I'm looking forward to seeing what this does data-wise. So like always then, very, very honest in my reviews. To say PXG haven't paid me to do this. I mean, I've bought this club the same as what you would sat at home. And I'm going to put some data on next to it. So I'm just going to wait the flight scope up in a minute. I'm using my Excitour. Now I have got it set on range ball settings, so I'm using these range balls here today. And I'm going to give you some key data, and that's going to be my club speed in miles an hour. We're going to look at my carry distance, because it kind of guesses roll equally hitting slightly up the hill here. I'm going to look at the spin rate. These balls I know do spin a little bit higher than normal. We're going to look at the vertical launch and the dynamic loft that I'm producing on the golf club. So something that I'm really interested in is with my 3-wood, sometimes it can launch as low as sort of 7 degrees, and that is great, but the ball doesn't stop very well the other end, so it's useless for hitting into a green, and I'm hoping then to see something a little bit higher with this. So I'm going to put the data on this side here. I'm going to hit some shots. So let's get going then. It is set up and ready to go, aiming over the yellow flag. First few swings then with the 5-wood. Can I finish on that one? That's probably one of the best swings I've made for a while. Hit that really nicely. Now, one of the things I've been really impressed with this club is just how easy it feels to use. I've hit some shots off the heel, off the toe, and I mean, they've actually just felt really good. As I say, I've not got any data with it before, but when I've just been hitting a few at the range, because obviously when I first got it, can't resist, it's just felt awesome, but that one felt really good. Let's hit another one. So that is a prime example. That was so far out the neck, but data-wise, it'll be interesting to see whether that's anything similar. Speed-wise, good. You can see the spin rate has just shot up massively. Look at the carry. It's a 5-wood, 249. So let's hit another one. See if I can get a good shot in there for some data. Oh, I've nailed that. That's the one I asked for. Okay. Hit that exceptionally well. Now, one of the things that I love, why is it disconnected? Incredibly frustrating. It's just disconnected. Didn't pick up that last shot, which is a pain, because that is the best shot I think I've hit so far today, and it's not got it. So let's just hit a couple more, because I am now running short on time, because that took ages to try and fix. Go away, wasp, please. Okay, wasn't a good swing at all. Doesn't matter because it didn't pick it up. What are you doing, flight sim? Oh, there it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 2 more shots quickly before it decides to disconnect again. So let's just hit 2 more. Hit that really well. Please tell me it got it. It did. Cool. Right, let's hit 1 more. Ah, bottomed it. Bottomed it. That's the one though that I've been impressed with this. I just seem to be able to get away with it. It'd be really interesting to see what the data says on that. Let's just hit 1 more shot. Come on, Joe. Time it well. Nice high 5 wood. A little bit left, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So I just wanted to add this little voiceover section then in there in today's video. You just see me there hitting one of the last shots off of the mat. Ended up hitting 10 shots in total. I was having some serious sort of technical difficulties when outside. So a little bit later on the day, I came back after a few lessons and then was able to hit a few just in the bay to try and add up some data. So on here, one of the things that I was sort of looking at was the carry distance. So total or the average at 237. But being able to push it out there to 250 if needed. So as I was saying before, my 3 wood before went way too far. You know, we carry around the 265, just too much compared to the 2 iron behind it, which comes in about 220. So that's just leaving a nice gap in the top end. Was really impressed actually with the grouping for somebody that doesn't play a huge amount. I actually thought that was relatively reasonable. As I said, I did keep a few bad shots in there. You'll see in a second when we just go onto this other data screen. I did leave a shot in there. I think it carried 222. So obviously significantly shorter than any other shot. But you can see on that one there, pushing out 247. Spin rate, as I said earlier on the video, you know, the range balls there are a little bit spinny, but launch is nice and high as well. Sort of getting up around the sort of 10-degree mark, I believe, for launch. So I was quite happy with that. And then, yeah, so carry overall looked really good. Overall sort of ball speed was relatively okay. Again, not 100% balls. But overall, having gamed it as well since then, I've just been really happy with this club. So yeah, really, really good purchase. So there we go then, that is my PXG 5 wood video. Unfortunately, some tech issues there midway through meant that this video has taken so much longer than what was planned, but hey, it's the joys of trying to create content for YouTube and technology, right? But what I'll do is I'll do a voiceover over all the data. I'll screen record that so you can see it all in real time. And then as I say, I'll give it a bit of a voiceover. We can have a look at what it's saying. But personally, really, or at the moment, without looking at any data, I'm really, really impressed with this club. I think it just looks the nuts. I'm really, really impressed with this club. I think it looks awesome. It plays really well. I'm just so happy with the fact I can hit these off-centered strikes, which I do because I don't play as frequently as I used to. And they just seem to go exceptionally well. So happy with that. Certainly a little bit more forgiving, let's say, than what my TaylorMade M2 is, which is my old 3 wood. And I'm happy as well with the height and launch. The flight in person looks awesome. Not sure what the data's saying, but really impressed with it in person. And as I say, hopefully it's going to fulfill that job, that maybe it is my club that I hit second shot into a long par 5, or equally something I can use off the tee as a bit of a fairway finder. But yeah, that's the reason why it's in my bag instead of the 3 wood. Try and give me a bit of control at the upper end rather than just having the 3 wood, as I say, that just wants to keep going on forever. But I won't be selling the 3 wood. I will be keeping it for certain times when I go and play links golf, or equally when I'm not hitting driver very well, I can then add that maybe in the bag. So guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. Appreciate you taking the time in your day to watch this. If you did enjoy it, make sure to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon.